So I want to talk about gear acquisition syndrome. It goes with apps, equipment, music equipment. If you're like me, I catch myself sometimes emotional spending to where I feel it makes me feel good for a minute to get something new. So if I buy an app for $6 or whatever, or it could be anything, cost anything, it makes you feel better for a second, but it's not really gonna solve whatever is got you down. So when it comes to, these fun things that we do, like music, use what you've got, pay the bills, make sure your kids eat, all these different things. Do not get into trying to feel better emotionally by buying things. So as far as, I'm trying to stick to the iPad platform, with this video channel. So some good apps just to start with. Of course, if you got an iPad, you're going to have GarageBand. It's great. It's maybe the only thing you really need. AUM is a great app to have. And there's a lot of free apps. I've got a list of them below in some of the videos. There's a few apps that don't cost that much. Just regulate your spending. Don't emotionally spend money to feel better. You don't have to have a piece of outboard gear. You don't have to have all these different things to make music or to have fun. I mean, unless you're a professional where you're making tons of money, or not even tons of money, any kind of money. When I played live, I made money with music. Writing songs and going out there and playing. You could play anywhere. You could play a nice event center, or you could play a pizza place. If you're making money, then buy what you need to make money as if it was a business. But if you're having fun and you're getting to a place and you're just beginning, you don't need all those things. That we get into this YouTube stuff to where it's like you need this, you need that, or whatever. You need this audio interface. This interface has, a certain amount of features, or the preamps are better, and all this different stuff. And that's really a bunch of crap. I have a few pieces of outboard gear. I have a preamp and a compressor. I like to hit that compressor with that Boco because when you get louder, it controls it. So, but the audio interface, I've just got a cheap $199 audio interface, and to me, it sounds just fine. I mean, the way I speak probably needs a de-esser, but that would be through any microphone, any interface. That's just the way my voice might sound. We get caught up in all these things, monitors. You need these monitors. You need that kind of monitor. You need to do this. You need room treatment. Room treatment is correct. Room treatment would be great because I'm in a tall room, no treatment. And if I had a U87 mic sitting here, it would be horrifying. They try to sell you RLX room treatment and stuff. That stuff, if you don't know what you're doing, that stuff's not going to work. Guitars, you got to have a USA Strat, not a Mexico Strat, or not a Korean Strat, and all this stuff. It doesn't matter what kind of guitar you got. If it plays good, doesn't matter how much you spend on it. Once you become a professional, you can buy whatever you want. But until then, you don't need the best of everything. You don't need all this stuff. They get into, you can really be, I don't even know the word for it. You can be very minuscule to the detail of everything. Like, these headphones, these whatever, and just use what you got, what you can afford to get. If you got to buy some old, I forgot what they're called, like KOSE headphones that you could buy at freaking Walmart for $19, whatever you got to do, that's fine. You don't have to have the best of everything. You don't have to be an emotional spender. You don't have to do these things. Get a few things and whatever makes you happy as far as, but also live a life, have a life, go out and take a walk. Don't let music consume you to the point of where you start to lose your life. You get divorced, you get this, you get that, all these things start happening. Your bills aren't paid. You haven't lived with your mom or whatever is happening. I make sure that all those other things are taken care of before I dive myself into some music, because I love music. If heaven, whatever you go when you die is a studio, that would be awesome. People are trying to make money. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. Well, it's really not about that. It's really about having fun and communicating with people, appreciating the world. Go smell the air. Go look at the trees, appreciate the flowers and all these different things, man. Find something that, simplify your life. And this is kind of why I like the iPad platform, because it's so simple. I used to have a studio with all this crazy stuff, a Hammond organ, and all these things. And I found myself just not in that realm. I just wanted to make music, and I thought I had to please others. And I'm not here to please everybody. I'm here to just please myself. Musically, it's like if my music is trash, that's fine, but it's only to please me. I'm not trying to win awards. I'm not trying to whatever. I love these apps. I have a lot of apps. I probably overspent on apps, to be honest with you, but I enjoy them. Some of them I don't use. I wish I wouldn't have spent them. I'm like, I don't even know. This is so complicated. I'm not even sure how to use it. I haven't had time to mess with it. Sometimes you can get so many things that you can't get around to it. So I'm kind of just going off the cuff, man. I'm from Texas. I'm a country dude. I don't know fancy words. I'm older. I'm just telling you that avoid emotional spending. Use the apps that you've got. Use the equipment that you've got. Find other ways to find satisfaction in life. Pay your bills. Make sure your kids eat. Stuff like that. And this video is probably just totally ridiculous, because I'm sure you come here to be like, to look at apps or whatever, or 3 views, whatever. If I can help one person feel the same way, that's all that really matters. Because over the years, I've spent a lot of money on things I did not need. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite about it, because right now, even in my mind, I'm like, I need a new guitar amp. Even though there's plenty of simulation amps and things on the iPad, it's like, I want to mic up an amp. It's like, but do I really need to mic up an amp? Is it going to make a difference? But am I going to use this amp live or whatever? It's like, what is the reasoning for it? Just because I want it? I used to be heavy on material things. There were times I had old cars, I had boats, I had stuff, and material things really don't matter. I've learned a lot from my wife about what the things you need to appreciate, which is the people who love you and the people you love, and and setting boundaries with people that you are negative. I remember a time, when I was young and I was first learning how to play guitar, and my dad would be like, come out here and help me with this alternator. I'm like, dang, I wanted to practice my guitar, on Saturday morning, no school. But, I'm glad that my dad did that to me, because, it created this, you got to get your work ethic, you got to get things done. And when you got time to do the other, that's great. But make sure priorities are first, and then everything else is next. Grow, become mature, and even your music will mature for how you feel about it. But I really think the iPad and stuff has been a great little. It's not a huge investment, and there's a lot of good, cool things on there, and I think it's going to get better and better and better. Anyway, I just wanted to have like a genuine talk. Not trying to sell you anything or nothing like that. But we're just having fun. And we're going to get through all these things that are happening. And that's it. So, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming and watching it. I hope it helps a little bit. I don't know. Just keeping it real. That's it. Anyway. But while we're here, let's see if we can do something fun on this thing. Let me open up something that I've done recently. Okay, get my vocal back. Let's see what we got going on here. Little drum computer. Audio damage replicant. Some fact smash. I really love this developer. Glitch going on. Running it with piano motif. And one of the apps I've had a long